Hey, Jeff from Moo Jersey here, and today I'm going to show you cookies and cream. A lot of you have asked for a recipe, so I'm going to show you how I like to make cookies and cream. It's always the most popular flavor that I serve, especially with children, but really for just about anybody because sweet cream and milk and sugar and Oreos, it just works. The number one mistake I see when people make cookies and cream, and how I originally had started doing it, is that they just throw the Oreo cookies in as an inclusion on top at the very end. I think that what you gotta do, and I'll give you a better view here, is this. You gotta have the Oreos directly blended into the base. And so when you're doing your ice cream calculation, and we'll go ahead and pour this into the machine here. This is the ice cream calculator. You can grab a version of this at icecreamcalc.com. Really helpful for when you're crafting a new recipe and you don't want it to end up too icy or too hard and you're trying to figure out will it be scoopable enough, will it end up being too sweet. This is a great way to craft a recipe without having to do all of the work within Excel of trying to figure out what the butterfat's going to be, 14.5% in this case, or what the sugar's going to be, or what the ratio of solids to water here is. And as you can see, I'm all in the yellow, so I should be good to go and that this is a safe recipe. If I went crazy out of whack, you can see that this is just way too much water. It's probably going to be icy, be more like an ice milk type flavor, 10.7% butterfat. Actually not that, it would probably still be okay, but it's much more like gelato-esque. But anyway, this is my cookies and cream, 1,565 grams. You might put a little bit more in the low, 1,600, 1,700. Usually don't go much higher than that. But I blend the Oreo cookies directly into the base, so I have to take those sugars into consideration. I think that gives you the Oreo cookie taste throughout. I use a mix of different sugars here, so regular cane sugar, dextrose, corn syrup solids. Again, because here I'm at a 5.1 degree serving temp, so I'm within the range you'd expect. Sweetness level 153. I like to be in that 150-ish area because I just don't like ice creams being too sweet. I want that dairy flavor to really come through. And that's why I use that mix of different different sugars here. Now, if you don't have dextrose on hand or corn syrup, you can use Karo corn syrup if you don't have corn syrup solids. Most people don't. So you can make those adjustments, but I do recommend just having a balance between sugar and dextrose if you can. Dextrose is a great ingredient to have on hand. But beyond my milk, cream, sugar, and milk powder here, just blending your Oreos into the base for 14.5% cookies and cream flavor. So let's get going and making it. And if it's of interest, I'll do a full video on how to use the ice cream calculator. So we're at 22 degrees here, which that is just about extraction temperature, and we look nice and firm. So we're going to go ahead and pull it and add in our Oreo cookies. Pulled all the ice cream out of the machine here. Make sure that you're using a nice cold bowl. We don't want to really introduce any additional heat shock. And just mix all those cookies in. And we have the Oreo base and then some Oreos on top. Use plentiful amount of Oreos. Don't get cheap there. And that's how you make awesome cookies and cream. So here's my cookies and cream pint. It's really yummy. The thing that we're always trying to be careful about when balancing our recipes is scoopability. So can I get my spoon in? Average freezer is usually kept at about 0 degrees. We want to be able to just get our spoon right in there without having to wait too long for the pint to defrost. And in this recipe, works pretty well for me. Not too hard.